All right, guys, we got a big review coming up today for Mudcat Whiskers out of Louisiana. So we've got 6 different scents, so 6 oils, and then I've got matching either balms or butters, and then I also have a wash and conditioner to show you guys. All right, so I got all of that coming today. So I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the channel. My name's Brian, and we help you try to grow your best beard possible. So like I said, we've either got balms, we've got wash and conditioner, and we've also got butter. And Nick is the owner, and he's been doing this for a long time. He's kind of making a bigger push this year of putting some of his products in reviewers' hands. So he sent these products out to me to do a review for you guys. And he's out of Louisiana. He's actually a middle school teacher. I'm not sure what to teach, Nick, but let me know, because us teachers have to stick together. So I'm a high school math teacher myself, and he said it was a hobby that he's just kind of continued to develop over the years. And mostly he's doing more like local retail. He has almost 20 different retail locations where he has his products that are sold. So he says he finds it hard to try to describe something over the internet. Well, I'm telling you, your descriptions sound really good on your website. That was one thing that really jumped out at me when we did the March Madness live stream here on the channel. He was featured, and you read those scent profiles and they look great. And you can tell by reading these also been in business for a while, because there's like 27 different scents listed. So I know all that stuff doesn't come at one time. So I had to do a little more investigating to figure out that, yeah, he's been around a while. So you may or may not have heard of Mudcat Whiskers. And if you haven't, you need to check them out, and that's for sure. So let's talk about these oils. So like I said, lots of scents to choose from. The oil has a pretty basic, in the big scheme of things and things that I've heard of, carrier oils. However, it worked wonderfully for my beard. Excellent feeling beard for me on the oils. Now, like I said, it wasn't too complicated. It's jojoba, hemp seed, argan, and then vitamin E. And that's it. And that's all my beard needed, evidently. I'm a fan of all of those ingredients in particular, individually anyway, but you put them all together, it works really well. Your beard feels super soft and lasts a long time there, okay? The scent profiles are nice medium scents. They're not overly strong. There's a couple that is a little bit stronger, but all of them I would say are at least medium in scent strength and duration. So they're all going to last you, around 6 to 8 hours or so. Depends on your use and how your nose works, and probably which scent it is. All right. Let me go ahead and talk about the other products here, and then we'll do the scents last, if you will. So we've got Balm. So the Balm is actually a lower hold balm. So it's kind of lighter to medium for me. And the ingredients are shea butter, soy butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, emollient wax, which I've never heard of that before that I know of, and beeswax, plus the fragrance. So for me, I didn't really care for this. For me, I usually like balms. If I'm going to use a balm, I want it to be a little higher hold. And for some reason, this one kind of felt just a little bit greasy in my beard. Like, it's run my hand through my beard 2 hours later, and it's still I can still feel it. So that was my experience with the balm. But I will tell you that if you like a light balm, it's well worth a try. And none of the butters or the beeswax smell comes through. You get all the scent of the oil, and I get no other carrier ingredients in that. All right. And then I think Nick is relatively new to the butter game. So he doesn't have matching butters in all of his scents yet, but this is a big container. To me, it looks like a 4-ounce jar, but it says there's 3 ounces in it. And the ingredients on this was pretty impressive. It's Takuma butter, Sal butter, Kapuasa butter. I'm not sure how to say that. I just kind of make it up and pretend like I know how to say that. Babasu oil, cucumber seed oil, which is a new one for me too, I think. Castor oil, tamanu oil, meadow foam seed oil, jojoba, hemp seed, argan. that's almost like a mic drop kind of moment. Those are some really good ingredients. The butter worked very well. Now for me, I've got 2 of them, and they're coming from Louisiana, so they both melted, but they're pour butter, so it actually worked just fine. So you can tell that this one was melted because it came like this. No issues for me. It worked. There was no graininess to it. The interesting part is the other one. I got 2. So I got one in leather and one in the Jean-Luc. When I opened it, it didn't look like it had melted at all. But when I tried to use it, there was just a little bit of separation. It melted right down. But since it is a poured butter, you can always reset it yourself. The problem with when you get kind of separation and some graininess to it is because the ingredients have different, they all melt, and once they start re-solidifying, they re-solidify at different temperatures. That's why you get little globs of stuff in there. So I did reset this because it's in a nice glass jar. So you can do that in the microwave with not too much issue. I've got a butter melt butter button on there. Just make sure you don't put the metal lid on top. I just used wrapped a paper towel around it. And then when it got finished, just make sure you stir it up good. And it was actually just about completely melted. Stuck it in the freezer for, 20, 30 minutes. And then it was good to go after that. So if you ever need to do that, you can. Now you have to be careful if it's a plastic jar. All right, because most of those that you buy from beer companies are not microwave safe. So if you're not careful, if you're not doing it for just like 10 seconds at a time, taking it out, stirring everything, 10 more seconds, take it out and stir it. If you just put it in there and all the stuff at the bottom melts and the stuff at the top doesn't, and the bottom gets hot, the thing will just collapse. I've seen several guys do that trying to reset their butter. So be careful, but you don't have to worry about that on a glass container like we have from Mudcat Whiskers. And the butter worked really well for me. So it's a good butter. I'd like to see them develop some more matching scent. So I think that's probably in the works as well. And then the other products was a wash and conditioner. And on this, by the way, it's only $10 a piece, and it's for 8 ounces, which is a lot. So I got this one, and you can get them in different scents. This one's Bayou Black. This one, they're nice slick labels, but after a while in the shower, it's like where they were cut, like some water seeped through, and it started to make the ink run a little bit. Not a big deal, but I thought I would mention it for you guys. And this, Nick does not make these completely from scratch. He gets an organic base, and you can look on the website and look at which ingredients are organic and all that, and then he adds in scent and some other ingredients on that. But they work well for what they are. I typically tend to like ones that are a little bit more natural ingredients that are made by the owner themselves. But I've found not to try to push owners, because you start doing things that are water-based and you need preservatives and stuff, and it can be tricky, it could be dangerous. So be patient. If you got a new beer company and they don't have a wash and conditioner yet, don't rush them. All right, they'll come out with it when they're ready. And Nick told me he is doing more research and taking classes and finding out more about how to mix all of this stuff even better. I know I've seen him working on his new workstation area, lab area, if you will, and he's definitely doing some good things. And he does have plans to make this from scratch at some point. I do like the different, that one is a silver and one is gold. So if you really can't see very well when you take off your glasses like me, you can tell which one's which pretty easily on that. Like I said, those were $10 a piece. The Balm price was, let me find that, was it's kind of interesting. The butter was all $20 a piece. So poured butter, it's going to last you a good long time. I thought that was good. Now, balms and the oils, the prices were kind of all over the place, and I don't quite understand why. So maybe Nick can, he might put a comment down below. You can check that out. But they vary a little bit. Like the balm was $14.50 to $16.50. And then the oils were all over the place. It made sense that there's an unscented you could get for $10.50. Or $10.95, but then there was another. Most of the oils were $12.95, but then one was $13.95, one was $14.50, and one was $14.95. So for me, just to kind of get a little bit more focus, I would make them all $13.95 or whatever price you want to make, and not really need to kind of vary it that much from oil to oil. I think would be just a little bit better kind of overall plan. Everything kind of matches. This all kind of a focused idea. And then there's 27 cents, which is a lot. So we'll get into those scents, but most of them had this type of kind of yellowish label on it, and they look great. Some of them have barcodes. One of these doesn't have a barcode, but some have barcodes because he does retail in some lots of local stores there. And, you know, I think it's 3 different states. So Louisiana and Kansas and Texas. So pretty cool that he does that. But then there are some other ones that have some different labels. And they're black labels. And I'm not sure if it didn't look like to me it had a different carrier blend or anything. So I don't know if they're special releases or limited releases or seasonal items. It doesn't really say. You notice a few of these are sold out, which kind of makes sense. It's kind of hard to keep all 27 in stock, and he's probably not even trying to do that. So you can always have those maybe disappear if they're not in stock, not even have them listed. Might be an idea, just because it's a lot. 27 seems to be a lot. I don't know if you may want to cycle some of these on and off or not. You know, I think that's probably growing pains when you have stay in business for that long, since 2014, 15, that you keep developing more things. And yes, you can still make the old things, but if it's not selling, do you keep it on the website? Do you bring it back special occasion like the McRib? I'm not sure. But anyway, I would tell you to look at the website and read these scent descriptions. They sound amazing as you read them. And I'll go through some of these here. So let me talk about the scent profiles on what I have. So I've got 6 of them. I'll try to go through them as efficiently as possible. So these are really unique. Now, that I've smelled some things that I've smelled in the past from other companies that smell similar, but they all have just a little something extra. And I think that's Nick kind of putting his own spin on things, and the Cajun, Creole, Louisiana in him, his culture. Maybe he's putting some of that in there. But Bayou Black, I would say, is one of his signature scents to me because it is dark, rich amber, and you've got me at amber, one of my favorites. Lavender, which I don't usually like. I don't really get lavender out of it. Earthy tones, and then deep vanilla. So if you like that vanilla and amber, and then some of the earthy tones in there come shining through. So it's not just vanilla and amber. There's something else on there that gives it a lot more texture, something kind of earthiness, some woodsiness to it, just a little bit. Maybe that lavender's got that little extra bite to it, and that is a really good scent. That's also what I have in the wash-in conditioner. So highly recommend checking out the Bayou Black. The next scent we've got is Boudreaux. Boudreaux, so a lot of kind of Cajun, French Creole kind of names, if you will. So this one I really like as well. It's black salt, cypress, green bamboo, and summer rain. And you may have had some other scents before. It's got a little bit of that summer rain on it. Just makes it smell like a nice, smooth, clean cologne type of scent. Just a little bit sweet to it. I really do like that one as well. And that one's called Boudreaux. Next up, we've got Jean-Luc, which is black tea, bergamot, verbena, and a hint of lemon. And that's really exactly what you get out of this. Yeah, so you get the lemon, and then you get the tea and the bergamot. I'm not exactly sure what verbena is supposed to smell like, but there's a little bit of kind of woodsiness to it. I definitely kind of get the same vibe of the, on a lot of these things. You get just that little bit of extra. I guess you saw Cajun. I keep wanting to say kind of Cajun flavor, but it's nothing spicy or anything like that. But once you get enough scents from a company, you kind of start to get a vibe, and I definitely get that vibe from most of these scents. The next one is called Leather, and it's pretty much a cedar leather cologne type of scent. I smelled some things similar to this one before, so this one's not super unique to me. But if you like that cedar leather, check that out. And maybe you've liked that scent in some other companies, but you really like this blend because it works great in my beard. Hopefully it'll work great in your beard. By the way, if you've tried Mudcat Whiskers, let me know below. what scents you guys like, because there's 27 of them. There's King Cake, there's Magazine, there's Nola from New Orleans, all that kind of stuff. And then another signature scent I would say for them is the because it's probably been around a long time. I've heard a lot of people talk about this one. Is Papaw's Pipe, which is a really authentic smelling dark cherry pipe tobacco, and it's really good. For me, because I don't like super duper strong scents, to me the tobacco is just a little bit strong in that. Once I wear it a few hours, it kind of wears on my nose. It's a great scent. For me, it's just a hint, just a hair too strong. But I think a lot of guys will really dig it if you like the stronger scent profile on like a black cherry tobacco kind of idea. And then the last one that I have is called Zydeco, and that's another one that really has that Cajun vibe to it. So it's Satsuma and Cajun. And Satsuma is a tangerine that's grown in Japan. So you get that citrus, and then you get a little bit of that cayenne spice. And it's not cayenne, it's not peppery, it's not spicy, it's not going to burn your skin or you get tired. It doesn't smell like hot sauce, okay? So you gotta get that out of your mind. But it works very well. So I really do enjoy these scents. I really enjoy the feel in beard, especially on the butter and the oil. Definitely worth trying out. The prices are really good. And by the way, Nick did share a code that I can pass on to you guys. The code's Banjo, and that's going to save you 25%, which is a lot. So it's well worth the try. Like I said, some of these oils most of the oils are $12.95 anyway. So that's already super cheap, plus 25% more off. I really do think you should try some of the scents. Check out the website. There's a lot more and a lot of cool descriptions that go along with it. And the feel in beard is really good. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and maybe got introduced to a new company. Let me know if you have tried Mudcat Whiskers or if you're planning on trying them. By the way, I will tell you that right now in the forgot to mention it, or I mentioned it, but I didn't actually show you. So let me show you the beard butters and which ones he has in beard butter right now. So if you want oil and butter, you may want to check this one first, so you kind of know what he's got. So he's got the Bayou Black, the Papaw's Pipe, and leather, and then some other ones one's out of stock. Boudreaux, I really like that Boudreaux, and then Rain, I haven't tried that one. So you can check those out if you really want to try the butter. You can do that. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.